Hi everyone, my name is Jurgen and today I'm going to show you how you can add shared methods and properties to an Angular scope. So let's start off with the typical Angular Seed application, which is available for download on the AngularJS website. As you can see, it has two very simple views, view 1 and view 2. And if we have a look at the source code, let's open up the controllers file, controllers.js. Now you can see that two controllers were defined and they are associated with the two views, myControl1, myControl2. So let's add some functionality to view 1. And let's add this property with my name. And let's add a simple function. Do alert function. And let's just say that we want to do a window alert with hello and my name. Now, that's easy enough. Now, before we can use this function, we need to inject the dependencies in Angular, which is very easy to do. Let's just add the scope in the window, and let's add them to the injector. That's it. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like on the web. As you can see, there's no difference. So let's go ahead and add something to the view so we can demonstrate our code. Let's just add a simple anchor link. There we go. Let's just call it to alert, and let's attach an ng-click handler, which is a typical Angular construct. And now let's go ahead and see what this. Okay, now we see the link, and if we click it, we see that it says hello and my name. So that's great, but what if you need the exact same functionality on another view as well? You could of course just go ahead and copy the code to the second controller, but that's not really a good example of writing code. So I'll show you a better way. To demonstrate this, I'll create a new Angular module. So let's create a new file in the JS folder. Let me just use strict, and let me first change the syntax to JavaScript. Okay, that looks better. And now let's define our module in Angular jargon. Let's call it scope. Okay. So now we have a module, and now let's run some code when the module is loaded. So we use a module.run method, and we specify a function that should be run when the module is loaded. Now every scope in Angular is a child of something called a root scope, so let's inject it so we can get a handle on it. Root scope. And let's extend it with the Angular extend method so we can add custom properties and methods. Function. Now we use an object to extend it, so we use the object notation right here with the colon. So we define the same properties as we did before. Do alert function window alert, and let's slightly alter the string so we can see the difference in the browser. So my name, and let's say from root scope. Okay, that should do it. Since we're using the Angular window service, we have to import it as well from the injector. Okay, let's save a file and call it scope.js. Okay, let's replace this. Okay, that looks great. So now let's go to the index.html file and add the scope.js. So the web browser is able to load our new module. scope. Okay, save that up as well. And now let's add our module to our Angular application. Oh, let me just first clean up this JSLint warnings here. If you're using Sublime Text 2, I highly recommend the JSLint plugin, by the way. Okay, that looks better already. My control 1, my control 2. Okay. And now let's add our module and save the file and check it out in the browser. Let's refresh. And now you'll notice that the first method is still being used. That's because if we go back to the controllers file, the custom controller code is still overriding our parent root scope code. So let's remove it from the controller. Let's just delete these lines. And let's delete the injected surfaces as well, because they're no longer needed. And save up, go back to the browser, refresh. And now if we click it, you will see that our root scope method is called, just as we expected. So extending the root scope in Angular is a great way to implement properties and methods that you need available to you in every single scope in your application. Let's clean up the warnings as well. And by writing your code as an Angular module, you can easily reuse it in any application. So that's it. Hopefully this video has helped you understand Angular scopes a bit better. Thanks for watching.